Well, Port Adelaide versus Carlton at Adelaide Oval. I knew we were going to lose. I said it before the game. Of course we're going to lose. You know why we lost that game? Watch my other videos. Watch my other videos because it's consistency of Box Hinkley. Again, with poor selections. That started off the game. Poor selections. Why? Are you that incompetent to know what players to select and which players not to select? Who's at AFL standard and who's a B grade player in your team? Or is he just picking favourites? Or is it just lucky dip? Oh yeah, I'll just choose you today. Or you'll do. Come on, you're always on the back foot if you're not picking your best team. Your best team. Soldo, number one. He's been out for 4 or 5 weeks with an injury, and you bring him back without any fitness. You play him in the reserves for a week or 2 weeks. You could have played him in the reserves for the next 2 weeks, actually, and get him some match fitness back. Why bring Solo back after 5 weeks with an ankle injury? You rushed him back. Poor Box Hinkley selection there. You should have just played Sweet again, not an unfit Solo. 2, those B grade players you keep selecting. Jace Burgoyne. Now let's start with Jace Burgoyne. Jace Burgoyne, he kicked the first goal. Whoopie-doo. Didn't do much after that. The issue with Jace Burgoyne is he's got skills. He's a good player. He's quick. But he's a skunitsu. He's a stick. He's a rake. He's a twig. He's a straw. He's a straw man. That's what he is. He just does not have the body to play at AFL level. Jace needs to go to McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, I don't care what it is, and he needs to put on at least 7-8 kilos to be at the A grade level. He's good when he's on his own, but when he's under pressure, he can't hold tackles. He gets pushed off the ball. And that last quarter, slips over. He can't even stand up. And he slips over and Carlton get a goal. What kind of shoes do they wear? How many times are these players just slipping over? What sprigs do they have in their shoes? Jen McEntee, B grade. Dixon. Let's talk about Charlie Dixon. Don't play him anymore. He's done. You rested him for a week. He came back and he was slow. He was least impactful out of the whole team. Just have him as a backup forward if any of the other forwards go down. Dixon is a waste of space. Waste of space. He's done. Give Ollie Lord a go. You know, he's been a couple of weeks back from his injury. Give him a go. Give the poor guy a go. He's only young. He's only a kid. But you know what? Dixon is finished. He's not going to help you if he plays like he did last night. The only actual player that I thought really stood out for our team was Jason. Once again, our 20-year-old. Our 20-year-old kid was the most impactful player for our team. And he can't do it on his own. He's only 20 years of age. He's 20 years of age and he's carrying half the team. Zach Butters had the tag. Ollie Wines, you should have lifted like you've done last week. They're just boring. It's just a boring 3 quarters. Then Carlton came out the 4th quarter, as they should have. Patrick Cripps, a real captain, a real leader, stood up, won him the game in that last quarter. But just poor skills. Poor skills. Their efficiency was terrible. Their handballs. How many times did they not hit their target with their handballs? Handballing over the head, on the floor, to a player with a player on him. And then what Carlton did? They turned it over. As soon as they got that ball, they were able to turn it over and get us on the rebound and score. Carlton can move the ball very well compared to us. They're very good efficiently at moving that ball. We can't move the ball. Our poor kicking inside 50s. Shout out to Georgiades. 4 goals. Imagine if he didn't kick 4 goals. Imagine if he was Georgiades from the last 5 weeks, kicking 1-2 goals. We've got absolutely pumped. We missed Rioli. We missed our best player. How many weeks has he been out for? So frustrating. So frustrating. What else do I got here? Our three defenders. Aaliyah, Regalia, and Zach Thurcher. You need to communicate better. There was times when 2-3 of yous were going up for the contest. You didn't have to put all of yous up. Because if you have someone like Charlie Curnow, he's going to outmark yous. You give him away free kicks. You gave him away free kicks. Charlie Curnow plays for the free kicks. He knows where to position himself. You give him those free kicks, he will capitalise on those and he'll kick goals. Defenders, you need to communicate more. And then we have all these carriers. Like we're just carrying them. Darcy Byrne-Jones, come on, put him in the Bs. Put him in the Bs. Does 2 minutes last week. He was nowhere tonight. Put him back in the Bs. They need to be more aggressive with the ball. They need to actually be a lot more aggressive, a lot more efficient, more skills. I don't know what they do at training. Honestly, what do you teach them at training? Just to hug? Just to do laps? Your efficiency. You guys make $500,000 a year. And you can't even efficiently dispose the ball correctly. You can't even kick inside 50 correctly. Unless it's Jason, the rest of yous, poor. You all played like B graders. And you know what frustrated me as well? When one player's kicking to another player and he just waits there for the ball like this to come. And how many times did Carlton run in and intercept that mark? Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Lead into the mark. Put your hands up in the mark. You might get chopping from the arms. You might get a free kick. How many times I'll just wait for the ball to come to me. I'll just wait here and boom, intercepted. Kicking it out of the bounds on the full. Like, I don't know. We're probably what? 5th, 6th team at best. Top 5? No. Probably 5th or 6th. That's where we are. Just an average team with average skills. We've got the bye next week. We'll probably lose that. Probably draw against the bye. Who knows? We'll probably give the bye free kicks and rush it behind. The bye wins by a point. My goodness. Oh well, we're halfway through the season. We're higher than I expected we would be. We don't deserve to be that high up the ladder. Not the way we're playing. Rosie, hurry up and come back. You are the difference for that team. So that's it. This is just an average video because we're an average team. Until next time. Ciao.